welcome to the Eric Zane Show Podcast. Everything's not going according to plan. I posted to social media that I would be with you at 10 a.m. today. And I had a sneaking suspicion when I posted that I would not be able to carry out my end of the bargain. I'm only basing that on the idea that yesterday I was traveling back from the radio station. Oh, boy. Uh-oh, feel a little tired. Oh, boy. So I was a little bit suspicious of what ultimately I would be able to pull off. Add to the fact today that they got the radio station has like a cookie sponsor, the Crumble Cookie Studios. Some nice lady who owns the company or is a franchisee. She shows up with these unbelievable cookies. And they visited before, and I was able to, that's okay. I really shouldn't, but not today. Not this day. 9 out of 10 times they may beat us, but not this day. Not today. Tonight, we skate with them, and we shut them down because we can. Tonight, you are the greatest cookie eater in the world. Sounds like a combination of some Canadian and Bernie Sanders. So I had some of the damn cookies. And they were ridiculous. Now for me, whenever I do something like that, it's like it comes back around and I start to like crash, you know? So I posted, all right, let's do this podcast 10 a.m. It's got to be awesome, man. I got to hit the ground running 10 a.m. Driving home. It's 9:05. I hear Puddin play the national anthem. I'm thinking, oh, man, here we go. No big deal. I got this. Thunder, lightning all around. We're having these massive thunderstorms that are ripping through the area. I'm like, it's fine. I get about 2/3 of the way home. I'm on a home stretch. My road, Baldwin. Passing all the churches in beautiful Jenison, Michigan. And then, oh, no. Side note, Kenny says, does this person really go by Puddin? No, well, technically, no. He did a morning show, and he went by the name Puddin. And he's like a big roly-poly jolly guy, you know? He makes you look like you're on a hunger strike, this guy. And he since has changed his name to Justin Barclay. But his real name by birth is Puddin. And he's a political... he's one of these brainwashed, lunatic, right-wing scumbags. Spewing lies out on the radio he has like a half an hour show every other day or some shit like that. Listening to Puddin, driving home, and then I'm like, oh, well, the idea with low energy of doing a show like this, you see, again, I'm setting you up for what could very well be the future of your old pal EZ. I'm setting you up for time change permanent for the show. That may be in our future of a time change for the Eric Zane Show podcast. Now, part of that scares the shit out of me because, I've done the same thing for years now. Will the audience turn on me and say, fuck you, we hate you now, you changed times? But I can only control what's in my little green dot. You know, that thing that thing is, this is what I control. And it's all the things like my attitude. I forget what it is. My attitude, my effort or something like that. And then all the other things, I can't control those. Rich, who I've been calling Kyler forever, says you'll be a rock star and maybe even a bigger audience. You know what? I like the way you think. So I walk in the door and dogs come up to see me. I go, hey guys, hey fellas, how you doing? Benny's even downstairs because there was thunder, so he has to be like right by Diana because he thinks he indicates that he's helping us not be scared, but really he's just petrified. I'm walking to bed. I gotta take a nap. I gotta go to bed. It's like I'm drunk. He goes, well, I gotta put my makeup on in there. I go, no, you're not. You're not. Yo, can't you get your makeup and put it on in a different room? No. I go, well, what are you talking about? Why not? Because that's different. I go, you pick up two little, whatever these things are that hold all your stuff. You go in the other room and you do it. Why is that? Why can't I take a nap? I've been up since 4 a.m. 4 a.m. You were sleeping for another 4 hours. Is it not okay if I caught up on sleep? Okay, I'll do it. Shut up. Chris says we're not delicate little zaniacs that believe we run the show. We'll adapt. Thank you. All right. So, get home. While asleep, I know there was some type of sexual arousal when I was sleeping, but I'm not sure what. I don't recall what was getting me so aroused, but I woke up and I was like, where's Diana? We got to have sex right now. Like right now. Nowhere to be found. NW980 says, was it a gay dream? And because that's happened. I've had gay dreams before. We talked about that. If you're new to the show, that's I wake up, oh my God, there's a penis in my butt. What the hell? Oh my God, there's a penis in my mouth. What the hell is going on here? What kind of dream is that? And I shared that with you because I'm an absolute rock star when it comes to telling stories. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I just remember in the dream, I was like, God, I got to get some sex. What the fuck is going on here? Somebody give me some sex. There was no Diana. I woke up completely blue-balled. I also, prior to that, though, I had a dream that I had gone to a Detroit Lions game, and I was driving my car. I went and bought one ticket, and I'm driving my car in the fucking stadium where, like, the people walk to get, like, beers and shit. And I couldn't find where my seats were. And then I tried to park my car, and he goes, well, I can't. It's the next group of people that come here that can tell you that. I'm just the early crew. I go, early crew, this game starts in, like, 30 minutes. They go, nah, this game doesn't start till 5 o'clock, and it's like noon. I'm like, what the fuck? They must have like flex timed it or some shit. And then I went home and tried to get Diana to go to the game with me. The next thing I know, I was sexually aroused. That's how that worked in my brain. That's the dumbest thing ever. Unbelievable. So that's how that. And then I wake up. It's 11:15. I'm supposed to call Dad at 11 a.m. for Dear Meathead. That doesn't happen. So I'm like, my God. Wake up, call him. Hey, I'm going to be late. I'll call you back. So if you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. He would love to hear from you as always. Hang on, I got to finish this coffee. Stand by. But as it is, because of the nap, you're going to get a better show. If Easy is dragging his ass, then I don't have a direction of where I'm going to go. I'm just, it's a disaster. You just don't want that. But in all seriousness, there is some ridiculous weather that's been moving through. And this morning, I was at the radio station in this really tall building looking out at the south and seeing these crazy apocalyptic clouds rolling in with a cloud to ground lightning, just boom, boom, bolts hitting. It was intense, man. And it rained so hard you couldn't even see. So, I mean, you couldn't see anything out of the window. It was raining so hard, you couldn't see. I think there's more of that coming today. And so where I live right now is under a tornado watch. So I'm kind of keeping the eye on the sky right now. And it's warm outside. That's what's happening. And I guess I talked to the weather folks. They're like, yeah, warm air, cold air, bad things happen. While I was doing the radio show today with Steve Kelly, and this is like a older brother that I never had. I do have older brothers, so that doesn't make much sense. But we just think alike. There's a lot of like-minded thinking going on between Steve and your old pal EZ. And we're both drunks. So there's that in common. We're both Catholics, but he still goes to church. I don't. So then at like 7 a.m., his phone rings. We're not talking on the radio at the time. Picks it up. And then I hear, oh, no. I'm like, oh, God. And, I'm hearing one side of the conversation. I figure out that the person on the other end is his daughter, and she has a flat tire. And then one more thing in common. He has a daughter who is, looking into a crystal ball and predicting the future. I have one that does this too. Looks in the crystal ball, sees absolute chaos, which isn't true, and then calls dad. That's my Madison. End of the world moments. So I'm thinking, well, where does she live? Maybe we can get some help over to her. He goes, Cincinnati. I go, oh, dear God. And then he's like kicking himself. He's like, I've failed her. And I go, what do you mean? He says, well, I never taught her how to change a tire. I never taught her, the very basics. And I'm like, well, I don't know if that, I mean, I've tried that too, but they have no interest. I tried that with my daughters. And in fact, I remember not long ago, I tried this. And you don't do that. You can't. Even if you say, I'll give you $100 to sit there. They'll take your money, and all the while they're thinking how much they hate you, and anything you're telling them is bouncing off. They don't do it. Yeah, it's stupid. I'll just call Justin. Yeah, I'll just call you. Yeah, but listen, it's really simple. Whatever. Okay, gotta go. Thanks. Bye. So, I don't really like to bag on women, but I've actually lived this myself. I don't know if it's necessarily bagging on women, but it's bagging on my daughters. Maureen says, my 23-year-old son had a flat tire last week, and it was like the end of the world for him. He didn't know the first step to take, and we have roadside assistance. Yeah, and that's normal for a young person. 25 and under, actually 30 and under, that's what you do. If you're 30 years old and under nowadays, you call your mom or dad and say, what do I do? I don't know. Yeah, it's real easy. In fact, I went ahead and because Jackie's, the car she has doesn't even have a spare tire in it. It's got one of those kits that puts gunk in the tire and then it inflates it so you can get it to a place where you can get it fixed. And they do that with hybrids because weight is what you don't want when they make the car. They want to improve the make the car as light as possible so that the car can be as fuel efficient. So they don't even provide a spare on this car that she drives, and even Diana's car either. It's a compressor with you hit a button and then gunk goes into the tire. So I actually purchased a spare for her car and a jack, and I had to bring Justin and her out to show them how to do this. And I'm like, this is so easy. This is so basic. If you people would just try, once in a while, you could pull this shit off. So then Steve's like kicking himself about not showing his kids that. Like, dude, no. They know everything. Okay. A, they know everything. And B, every single one of these people thinks that their mom or dad is a dumb shit and you're wasting their time and shut up and I could be looking at my phone. Kenny says, I feel like if you can't change a tire, you shouldn't be driving a car. I agree with you. But you know what? The world has changed. Nowadays, you just call mom and dad. If I were a parent worth my salt, I'd say find out for yourself. But it's all us. It's our fault. We're just such pussies. We can't muster telling that to our kids, because we're afraid that they'll be sad. So it isn't so much their fault. It's more our fault, but it's kind of their fault. Now it's their fault. You know what I mean? Like this happened to me the other day. Jackie calls me. Dad, my phone won't charge. You are due for an upgrade. Can I take your upgrade? I was telling you about that. I go, well, then what do I do? She goes, well, then you just take someone else's upgrade. I'm like, I'm not going to argue about this with you. Whatever. Take my upgrade. I'll probably have this phone for another 25 years. So now she gets the new phone. I go, well, now what you pay per month is going up. Yes. If there are any other fees to do this, you have to pay that. Yes. Okay. Before you walk out of there, I need you to have a dollar amount that you're going to send me each month. Okay. Just have it in your brain. I don't care. Write it down, whatever, so that you know how it is nowadays. Moms and dads get a family plan when their kids are real little. Most children have a phone nowadays by 6 or 7 days old. And then the child looks at the phone and never sees you, ever. They only see the phone. Most infants have a cell phone, have a smartphone now. And then as they grow, they just stay on the family plan. The kids are 99 years old and you're 130 and it's still the same phone plan. So now she's got the new phone. This is like a week and a half ago. The first of the month, these ding-dongs are supposed to send me money for the phones. It's the 5th. I haven't got any money. So I text, hey, send dad money. What do I hear? How much? And I'm like, how the fuck am I going to know that? $9:12 p.m. Send dad money. Don't forget that extra 35 or whatever it was for the changeover and the extra amount for the new phone. Can you look up the bill? I want to make sure how much I owe you. I said, what information did you have when you walked out of there? That was one of the things I had mentioned to you that I needed you to find out. She says, I said it was going to be $33 a month plus the $5 or whatever split. She gives me all sorts of numbers. And then an upgrade fee that will drop off. It's a one-time upgrade fee. So I need you to look at the bill and see what's on there. So the $33 a month is one that's going to be every month. The $35 upgrade fee is a one-time cost. And so her logic is, I'll only give you the $35 upgrade fee when you get charged. I go, well, why don't you just pay it now? And then you pay it once and then it's done. Who cares when I get charged? You're going to have to pay it anyway. No, I need to know when exactly it's going to be on the bill. I don't log into this fucking thing. The money just comes out each month. I don't look at the bill. It's the same every month, unless some jackass gets a new phone. I said, I'm not going to look at the bill. She says, you have to look at the bill. I said, I never look at my bill. Besides, this is not my job. I'm busy. She says, you're being noisy. You're being annoying. I'm busy too, and you have the login. I said, I don't even know how to log in. She says, give me the login and I'll do it. I said, you may be busy, but it's your phone, not my phone. Why the fuck would I check out what? You're supposed to do this. And she calls. Why are you being annoying? Why are you being rude? Ugh. Jesse says, this doesn't make me look forward to my kids getting that age. 26? Middle-aged, virtually? I would say this is a conversation. Linda says, tell her she owes you $500. Hey, Siri. Text Tacky. I just looked at the bill. ... It says you owe me $5,000, period. Thank you, Linda, for getting me in trouble. I appreciate that. Jesse actually says, no, I'm not looking forward to 13. Wow, that's a late bloomer for being a dick. Jackie says, huh? It's a joke, ding dong. What? $5,000? She says, oh, God, you scared me. Don't do that to me. I should probably call her. She's at work. Hang on a second. Hey, it's your dad. I'm podcasting. Hang on a second. I can't get my phone to work. Okay. Now I'm have you made any money today?
Of course.
So there was a bit of a dust up yesterday night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, with you and that phone.
Well, you were being annoying.
What's annoying is you saying, yeah, hey, look it up.
Dad, it's your account.
So you didn't walk out of there with an idea of how much you were going to owe me?
I did,
well,
but I don't
just send it.
But I don't know the exact number, and I'm not going to send you more if I don't have to.
Why can't you just send the money that is $35, which is...
I don't know if I have to owe you that.
You did. You said you did.
I said I don't know. That's why I wanted you to go look at the bill. It's not hard to go look at the bill.
Are you suggesting they won't charge us the $35 that they said?
I don't know. See, you're being annoying.
I'm pretty sure that Pretty sure
no,
you
you're being
explained.
annoying. No, a normal person would just be like, yeah, let me look at my bill and see how much I owe you.
Okay, let's just say you're right. Let me run this one by you. Are you suggesting that you know the 35 is coming, but you just don't know?
I don't know that.
Didn't you say there's a one-time fee?
He said something about $35 upgrade fee, but that it's going to drop off. So why would I pay you $35 if it's going to go away?
Perfect. But eventually,
why would I pay you $35 if it's going to go away?
Well, you're going to have to pay that at least once, yes?
Okay, go look at the bill, and if it's on there, I'll pay it to you.
Okay, but let's say, are you suggesting? Wait a minute.
You're annoying
I got
me.
another question. Are you suggesting that they might forget?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Then what are you saying? Are you saying that?
Because if it's not on there, say it's on I don't know. I'm just saying if it's not on there, I'm not going to pay it to you. And I'm not going to pay it to you if you're going to keep being annoying.
Okay. So it might not be on there, even though they said it's going to be on there.
I don't know. At this point, I don't know. You're pissing me off.
Mom gave you the login. Did you go and check it out?
No, she did not give me the login.
She didn't. I thought she said she did.
No, she did not.
So we still don't know.
She sent me some screenshot
of
what I owe you, but it's less than what I normally owe you, so I don't think it's right. That's why I want you to go log in. Otherwise, I'm just going to pay you that low amount, and you're going to be out money. So you're lucky I'm being nice and not just paying it the amount that she said.
Wait a minute. Okay, but for the new phone, there's a charge too, right?
What do you mean?
Like you just got an upgrade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that free?
I have to pay it per month.
Yeah. Well, what's that?
$33.
Plus what you originally owed me.
Why would I owe you what I originally owe you?
Oh, well, how much were you paying me in the past?
Like 61.
Okay, so it's going to be that plus probably some more.
Okay, so go find out what it is.
All right, because you weren't thinking that like you get a new phone and the cost goes down, did you?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm starting to get a handle on this. I love you forever.
Oh, I can't believe it's taking you this long.
I haven't had a minute to look at the.
No, I haven't. I can't believe it's taking you. I can't believe you don't understand this concept.
I absolutely understand the concept. I
don't think you do.
I do. It's just that I don't think that you see it the way I see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the correct way is beyond your scope right now.
Well, the normal person would just go log in and see how much they owe, and then all this could be avoided.
Okay, so 66 plus 33 means 99. So you can go ahead and send that.
No, that's okay. I'll wait until you tell me how much I owe you.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I did say that I wanted you to walk out of there with the exact number.
Okay. But I don't know if it's going to be 33 plus. Why would I be paying you?
Well, why didn't you ask? Why didn't you say?
Phone?
Okay, so you're with Mr. AT&T.
I had to go back to work. I had to go back to work.
You're with Mr. AT&T. You can't say.
I have to go to work now. I don't want to do this anymore. You're making me mad.
All right, I love you.
Okay, love you too. Okay. If you send me the login, I can log in and figure it out.
I can't do anything right now. I'm doing my job.
Okay, I'm just saying, if you want to send me the login, I can figure it out. It's not that hard.
Well, I don't know what your mom knows. You got to text your mom.
Well, last time I asked her, she said she didn't know it, so.
She's lying to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. You think I'm kidding? This is how this is. Yeah, go ahead and use my upgrade. And this is what I get. Headache. Most people would go, thanks, Dad. You're the best. I'm getting numerous comments. I see Nikki says she sounds so much like Diana, LOL. Also, I'd be losing my shit by now. Like screaming at her. Oh, yeah, hey. I think I should bring in the Queen of the Forest here. Maybe I should have brought her in at the same time for a war.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
It's your husband.
Hello.
Where did you go again?
Katie's.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
Good. I'm not leaving now. I'm coming home now.
Okay. Did you send Jackie a screenshot last night? Why didn't you just send her the login?
Because I don't know. I don't know. Because you were hurrying me, first of all. And second of all, I had to change the passcode because it wouldn't let me in, so I must be wrong. Just a bunch of different reasons. So here we are.
Oh, yeah. If you could send her the login so that she can do this when you get home, because she's a pain in the ass.
She is a pain in the ass. She's been a pain in the ass the last 2 days.
Been a pain in the ass for 26 years.
Well, this is true.
I love her to death. She's probably going to hear this and want to kick my ass. Everybody thinks that she sounds like you, too.
Oh, everybody says that.
I think she is you and Madison is me.
Yeah, pretty much, I think. That's probably correct.
Yeah. All right.
So I saw Zeppelin.
Zeppelin, the golden retriever.
Yeah.
That's Katie's dog. That's great. I'm glad you saw that dog. I love those dogs. Okay.
You know what I found out about Zeppelin?
What?
He failed training to be a service dog, so that's why he's an emotional support dog.
Oh.
Meaning he helps people with anxiety and stuff, but he was too naughty to be a service dog.
Oh, I love that. That's great. That is great news.
And he was very naughty.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I love you.
When I get home.
Okay, bye.
I think we're still supposed to get bad storms.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I think, it could be trouble.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. I don't know. Wasn't that an Ozzy Osbourne song? I don't know. No. Ba 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 ba. Well, that is a big welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. In fact, that's the only thing I really wrote down for today's show. Daughters. Sons, too. I had a question I had a conversation with Steve Kelly from Wood about kids. And I said, I just don't ask questions. I don't ask anything. I always speak in a way that has me actually avoiding questions. Because no matter what I ask, the answer is going to be a lie. It could be the simplest question. How are you? And I'll get terrible, but something amazing just happened. Or great, and something terrible just happened. If you ever want your kids to lie to you, ask them a question. All right. This show is seen in its entirety on Twitch. So if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, head on over to Twitch and hit the follow button. That's twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, do you think you could do that? I know you can. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Do it right now. If you're on your phone, download the Twitch app, and then all one word, Eric Zane Live, and you are in business. That's all you got to do. Follow and subscribe. You can link up your Amazon Prime account and subscribe for free each month. Just hit the little subscribe button each month after you link up your Amazon Prime account. I think I'm getting that right. Oh. Also, the audio podcast is available wherever you download shows. So you can, whatever the podcasting platform, search Eric Zane Show Podcast and subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you ever want to reach me, send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. That is the Shoreliners Striping inbox. And the show happens in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Kicking you folks out who are watching the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Have a great rest of your day. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And away we go. I've got a Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you to Shane Mack for signing up not that long ago today. I'm sorry, Sean Mack just became a $5 patron. I appreciate that. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. In fact, today at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the latest installment of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Live show with a live audience. Part of the hours and hours of programming that I post to my Patreon each week. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Ben and I will also record a new edition of Who Are These Zanes? I believe show number 19 will be recorded. Looking forward to that. Be a little bit of, we'll have some rare material from the old school Joe and the Poor Boy morning show. Taking a listen to some of that. The open and live stream of today's show is brought to you by TC Paintball. Oh, my God. We've got a war coming up. 25 days from now, Sunday, April 30, 4 p.m. start for Paintball War number 22, the Spring Fling. TC Paintball is where we will be. Pizza party beforehand from BC Pizza, BCTCC. And then off we go. Now, this is only going to cost you $35. Normally, this is $48 if you get this type of, if you opt in for this type of paintball adventure. But for listeners of this show, just $35. Let me know that you're coming, though. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Usually I have the normal suspects arriving, but if we have anybody new, let me know. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Thank you to Rick at TC Paintball for being a sponsor for as long as you have. Much appreciated. Also, today's show is brought to you by the Dirty Donut Bike Race. Saturday, June 3rd in Martin, Michigan. Now, let me make sure I get this right, because Dirty Donut has been talked about on this show before. In fact, Dan Frazier, who's listening to the show right now, is the one who came up with this. So until I get this all down off the top of my head, or like the back of my hand, I should say, this is what you need to know. The Dirty Donut is a bicycle race on dirt roads in Martin, Michigan. June 3rd, in the race, you can take 5 minutes off of your finish time for every donut you eat in the race. Are you kidding me? That is awesome. Whether you're extremely competitive pro-level rider or just looking for a fun ride with a festive environment, so basically you're pigging out on donuts. After the race, you're knocking back beers. It's incredible. You might meet the next Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so. Race distances are all different types. 10 miles, 22 miles, 41 miles, and 61 miles. I know for some of you that sounds incredible, but West Michigan is an unbelievable biking community. And these gravel races like this, oh my God, that is what people love to do. In fact, it's so much safer than riding on the roads, if you want to know the truth. I used to be a road rider. I was like, oh God, I'm glad I don't do that anymore, because people have declared war on bike riders. They also offer a standard race called the Sprint, where the winners will never stop for donuts. Screw that. I want the donuts. All kinds of awards to win in this race. Everyone who finishes gets a super cool finisher's medal, and everyone who enters gets a free T-shirt, a barbecue lunch, and if they do well in their age group, will get custom designed medals. There are also cycling jerseys for those who eat the most donuts. Go eat a donut. Go eat another donut. Trophies, cash prizes, and a bunch more. The website to sign up is dirtydonutrace.com. All right. When you sign up, use code ZANE23, ZANE23, and you will save 10% on your registration. Thank you, Dan. So if it's you, awesome. Maybe it's someone you know. Pass along the Dirty Donut Race, June 3rd, Martin, Michigan. In addition, part of your registration helps Make-A-Wish of Michigan and the Martin, Michigan schools. It says, come see why the Dirty Donut is one of the fastest growing races in the Midwest and why people say that it is one of the most entertaining and best values in cycling. And that's no bullshit. Now, I realize not everybody listening to the show is going to go jump on a appropriate bicycle and ride. But I love the fact that Dan gave me the task of spreading the word about his race that he created from scratch. He put a lot of sweat equity into making this happen. So he's a supporter of the show. And he also, I record, like when the competitors get there and they're milling around getting ready for the race, my voice is heard on a recording giving them like day of race instructions. So I'm very blessed to have Dan be part of all of this. So thank you very much. I appreciate the support. And I want you to go check out the Dirty Donut Race. So again, dirtydonutrace.com. Zane23 at checkout. All right. Finally, racing is back at Berlin Raceway. The first race is the Icebreaker, April 15th. If I understand correctly, the first race, it's kind of chilly. Yeah, what was a $17 ticket is $5. Of course, kids get in free. The Icebreaker is in 1.5 weeks. April 15th, 4 p.m. start. Saturday, April 15th. Tickets just $5 to see the Icebreaker. BerlinRaceway.com to get tickets. And it's going to be an amazing year here at Berlin Raceway. You got the Icebreaker week 1, and then College Night the week after. The week after that is Superhero Night for May 29th. And then the weather's going to start to get warmer. You got Cinco de Mayo. You got Mother's Day. Mom's getting free. Cars and Conies Night. Memorial Day. Faith and Family Night. There you go. Money in the Bank. That's a great race. Big purse. School's Out Kids Night. Father's Day. Margaritaville. 4th of July. Super Modifieds. Christmas in July. Hall of Fame race. Battle at Berlin. Fan Appreciation. Back to School. Battle of the Bands. Labor Day celebration. Then the Chet. Not to mention, what's the one thing called? Super X or X Racing or Tony Stewart Night or whatever the hell it is. That thing's sold out. Berlin Raceway. I'll be giving away tickets all season long on my website. And I'm going to see you at the races. Thank you again to Berlin Raceway for being part of the Eric Zane Show podcast. And I'll be letting you know what races I'm going to be at. And then we can hang out together at Berlin Raceway. That's the place where I brought Kyler Wells. And, oh, God damn. Sitting down, and then he immediately starts MFing. Everybody's turning, looking at the Porky Brown man. They already hate him because he looks like a Mayan god, a Mayan version of Buddha. let alone talking like that. God. I'm telling you, I will take you this year, Kyler, and your lovely better half, Tracy. But I will kick you out, and I will watch the race with Tracy. And then I'm going to actually instruct these people, hey, throw him out. Throw his ass out. Donut Dan, who I was just speaking about, he says many years ago I raced there as part of a traveling open wheel series. Yeah, Donut Dan from the Dirty Donut race has lived a colorful life. Used to race. I think he was a cop. In fact, I know he was a cop. I'm not sure where he was a cop, but he got out of the game. As of right now, Dirty Donut has 458 signed up, and I think the max is 7 something, and he's going to get that. It's going to be an awesome time. Boy, I've spent like the last 10 minutes bragging about these awesome sponsors. Donut Dan says, yeah, Kazoo City. Retired cop. I bet you have seen some shit, man. Jesse says, retired cop, the donut race makes sense. Oh, yeah. We got to get Dan. Dan's our new go-to cop. It used to be Schaefer until, well, you know, the great Zaniac exodus of 2022. But I'm a little confused as to why Schaefer couldn't be a cop anymore. I'd like to do a little background investigation and figure out why. Maybe I could do a Freedom of Information Act request and figure out why, what went south that made it so he couldn't be a cop anymore. Perhaps someone knows. Anyway, Dan retired. Dan says, yes, I've seen more than anyone else should see. And yes, cops love donuts. All right. Eric Zane for HelloFresh. You're going to save 60% plus free shipping. Pay attention. Here are the options for you. Take the family out to eat, and then you're bankrupt by the end of the month. That's out. Okay, I'm going to plan a bunch of meals. I'm going to do research, hours on end, go to the store, buy all this stuff. Somebody's going to crash into my car. I'm going to get home. Nobody's going to like it because I didn't do the recipe right. The instructions weren't clear. It goes to waste in the fridge. Blow even more money. And then everybody thinks you're a terrible preparer of meals. Or you can call upon America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh. I would just like you to try this. You know, I mean, we go way back, you and I. So just try this just once. Go to HelloFresh.com/Zane60, and then you'll use the code Zane60 for 60% off plus free shipping. So the box comes to your door after you make the various checks of what you like and how much food you actually want to get, and then let it play out. It comes to your door. The instructions are perfect. They're on individual cards. All of the portions are measured so that nothing goes to waste. You plate the food, you pass it along to the family at the table, and they're like, this is fantastic. I am not kidding you. It is a life game changer. HelloFresh. Again, you go to HelloFresh.com/Zane60 and use the code Zane60, and that's 60% off plus free shipping. Now, this offer does not last forever, so now is the perfect time. As I'm talking to you, log on, do it, sign up, and then get ready to have some fun and be admired by your family and friends. And make sure you tell me how it goes. Reach out to me on email or whatever. Scream at me when I'm running down the street and tell me that I was right, because I am right. HelloFresh is fantastic. I swear by it. I love these folks. HelloFresh.com/Zane60 and use the code Zane60 for 60% off plus free shipping. They didn't become America's #1 meal kit by doing anything other than being the best. Thank you, HelloFresh.
Virginia is for eaters and drinkers, all kinds of eaters and drinkers. For oyster shuckers and slurpers. Winery samplers or all-day wine drinkers. Brewery hoppers and distillery sippers. For those who order grits and those who order cheese grits. We all know what the right way to order is. For barbecue triers who turn into finger lickers and meat off the bone suckers. All right, all this talk of food is making me hungry. I gotta go get some mac and cheese. Like I was saying, Virginia is for all sorts of food lovers. So come love it for yourself.
I think it's about time to bring in Dad for Dear Meathead. If you have any last-minute questions, please get them in. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Dear Meathead, brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware.
Hello.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay, how about you?
Kind of a late day today. You know what was going on? You know why I'm so late?
No.
Well, I worked on the radio for the first part of the day today, doing a little fill-in work.
Okay.
So I worked very early in the morning. I came home, and then I kind of fell asleep, and then here we are.
Well, you've had a busy day.
Yeah, I had to get up at 4 a.m, so I was like, oh God, I need a little nappy poo in order to recharge.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Hey, you can't be burning the candle at both ends, man.
Oh man, hey, I tell you what, you are preaching to the choir right there.
Oh, wow.
You couldn't be more right. No,
in fact, you should have maybe called it off today.
No. I'm fine. It's just a little later.
Well, that's all right, because I'm doing nothing. Sitting here looking out a window.
Right. All right.
It's terrible.
Yeah, we got some weather that's moving through. Hopefully you guys... Now, don't you guys lose power a lot when you're over there?
No, we have not lost any power at all.
Right, but if sometimes you have lost it in the past, right?
We've way in the past. In fact, we sat through one hell of a storm in here, and nothing ever happened.
All right, good deal. So everybody happy and wealthy and wise? Everybody doing okay?
We're all doing well, and we're waiting for this big storm to show up.
How's everyone's favorite Joanne doing?
Doing great. She's right now trying to get beer. She went outside and planting all kinds of stuff for the garden.
Oh, okay. So she's not even sitting next to you right now.
No. She, I think she's trying to shower or something, whatever.
Okay. Well, Dad, I got a number of questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Allison says, first of all, Ruben, have you been following the story about Trump?
Yes, I have.
And I guess he's in some hot water. What do you think about that?
I really think it's stupid doing what they're doing.
To try to get this guy in trouble?
I mean, he's done what he's done. He's done it over with. Now, what are you going to do? Punish him?
Well,
it's too late to punish him.
Well, it isn't. Aren't they suggesting that he broke the law?
Well, maybe he did. I'm not into it, but what are you going to do? Just you can't do nothing to him. He's got money. He's got big. He's got a half of a city over there for his own home.
Yeah.
He can't hurt him.
Do you think that they're just doing this to keep him from running for president again?
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he would have come up with it again.
I think that's what they're worried about. They don't want him to win the election again.
Now, here's the thing. Didn't the country flourish under his management?
Well, I guess it depends on who you ask about that.
Well, I'm not talking to me as a layman. I think the country did well under his supervision.
Well, I'm sure that there are people that do feel that way, and then there are other people for other reasons that would say the opposite.
Yeah, this is true.
But I think you'd get that no matter who is doing that job.
Yeah.
You know?
But he did some crappy stuff, no doubt.
I think they all do at some point in time.
Yeah, but he made it a little bit more, you know.
Dad,
he's going way over the limit.
right on. Okay, this is a big weekend because it's Easter weekend, Dad.
Yes.
What are we doing? You celebrating at home? You going to anybody's house? What's happening?
We usually do something in my house here.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not in charge. Joanne handles all of that.
Okay, so anything, have the grandkids over, maybe an Easter egg hunt, something like that?
We always did that, and I probably think we might end up doing it again, you know. And we end up putting up $50 bill, no, not that much, $5 or $10.
Oh, yeah, you put a little cash in the little plastic eggs there for the kids to find?
Yeah, right. And this one little guy found a $10 one last year.
Oh, okay, one of the grandkids.
One of the grandkids.
Yeah, I like the way you're going with that by referring to him as the little guy, because I can never remember their names either.
I really don't remember.
Oh yeah, no, you're not supposed to. You're not. It's just, hey fella, hey chief, hey guy. I mean, I'm the exact same way.
I mean, too many kids hanging around me.
Oh, I know, and that's the same way with pets. It's the same way with your own kids. You call me Jimmy all the time. All right.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Dad.
Now, listen, you used to come up here and cook. Are you going to do that?
Oh, heck yes. Are you kidding me? We got to have our springtime shish kebab festival.
Oh, okay. All right. And you used to come with the big camper of yours.
Oh, yeah. I would visit all the time with the camper. Yeah, that's...
Oh, you're still going to do the same thing?
Absolutely. That's
right.
one of our favorite things to do is to make the trip over there to have a big barbecue festival.
That'd be great. I think the weather is going to be favorable.
Okay.
Once this storm is over, we're going to be all right.
But I'm not sure when exactly I'm coming. We haven't planned that yet. But
well, we don't care when you're coming as long as you're coming.
Yeah, that's one of our... I know how much you love shish kebab, Dad.
Oh, my God. I love just the way you cook.
No, thank you. Thank you.
You, my man. I was thinking about that today. I said, I wonder when was it that he cooked?
Well, I think...
I really thought about that.
Well, a lot of that has to do with Diana and I. She used to work nights, and I would work days. And then that's when I started cooking. For like just simple stuff for the family. And then as I got older, it started to kind of like evolve a little bit, and I really started to like it. You know?
Oh, that's been a favorite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ryan says...
Go ahead.
Ryan says, my 7-year-old is afraid of the sound of thunder, Meathead. Do you have any tips that can keep the child from being frightened of the thunder? He says forcing her to just put up with it doesn't seem to work, and she gets very anxious. Can you maybe give some advice to Ryan here, who's struggling with the little 7-year-old?
He's 7 years old?
The child is, yes. And
child is?
Yeah.
Listen, just hug the child, put him in your lap, or sit next to him. Just put your arms around him, and come up with some kind of a story. Say, hey, Daddy, you got some story to tell you. Or is that a grandfather?
Yeah.
And tell him a story. And make it on the real side. Don't just be a dumb kind of a story.
Like what type of story?
I got a story about Christmas.
Oh.
Or I got a story about Thanksgiving or something. And come here, I want to tell you about it.
Just kind of like, how about like read him a book?
No.
No?
No.
It's got to be like a story that you kind of make up in your head and tell him?
You make up or story that has got a reality to it, that you know about it, but it's something that would match a child.
Oh, something real.
Something real, but, you know.
Yeah. You're suggesting like age-appropriate story.
Yeah, I mean, don't talk about Russia. We're going to attacking China. China is going to Da-da-da-da.
Oh, okay.
No. Some kind of a story. Fairy tale.
So nothing like the story of September 11th. That probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, something. Don't make it nasty. Make it nice.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, I like that. And then maybe they'll be, and then you can say, hey, you know what? The storm's gone, and you sat right through it. You didn't even notice it.
In fact, don't even mention the storm.
No, don't even bring it up.
No.
Okay. All right, I like that.
If there's a grumble and all that, oh well, there's a storm over there.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that storm.
Don't put a fear in the kids' heart.
Right. But at the same time, don't go outside and like hold a golf club over your head.
No.
No, you don't want that. All right. Tio in South Dakota.
What is the name?
Tio. Tio. Yeah.
That's a pretty name.
Yeah, I like it. It's a dude. I think he. I don't know if he wants you to say it's pretty, but that's his name. He.
A nice name.
Yeah.
I wish that was my name.
I'm sorry.
Reuben is a very common name.
Reuben is?
I think so.
I don't know about that.
I say that because I grew up with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I frankly, I don't know a lot of Reubens. There aren't a ton of famous Reubens.
No,
now,
there isn't. But if you live where I lived, there'd be a lot of Reubens.
But when did you adopt the name Rob? Because
when I came to America.
Rob is not Reuben.
I know.
So
that's what I was tired of it.
You didn't like when you came to the U.S. You wanted to be like
I wanted to be an American.
Exactly. You wanted to assimilate with the population. So all you were doing was eating hot dogs, smashing
for a long time,
smashing cars, and saying, "Call me Rob. Call me Rob."
No, they asked me what my name was. My name was Rob.
Right. I got you. So no one in Iran ever referred to you as Rob?
No. That only happened in America.
Did your mother ever get wind of you referring to yourself as Rob?
No. She wasn't even around me.
No, she'd have been ticked off.
She was for a long time in Iran, and then she came here, and then, of course, she passed after that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Tio, getting back to this, writes, Dear Meathead, he's having some issues with his toilet. He thinks that there's like a plastic toy in there that's causing it to clog. He says, you have any tips on what I need to do to get this toy out of the toilet? I mean, Dad, what do you think? Is he going to have to take this thing apart?
Well, it depends really how big that thing is. Yeah, they might end up that way.
Yeah, he might have to loosen those bolts. And
won't do it? What is it, Joanne? The plunger won't do it? Oh, Joanne says does the plunger not do it?
Yeah, I think you got to start with the plunger.
Which is the worst thing he did. He drove it in further in.
It could be, yeah. I mean, that thing, if it's like a Rubik's Cube, it might be there forever.
I'll tell you, something made this, we're all reaching it at this point, a cable of some sort, but stiff type of a cable, but it can allow you to force it in, go as far, as deep as you can, because I'm afraid the more you do, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Maybe like
you might end up tearing that whole thing apart.
Maybe like a wire coat hanger, like a
heavy wire.
Yeah, like a hook might be able to snag that thing and yank it out.
Yeah, make you put a round head at the end of it.
Right.
And it starts, but I'm afraid that it'll push it in further.
Right. But what do you got to lose, you know?
Yeah, this is true. Oh, boy.
Have you ever had...
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, literally. It's a perfect. It's definitely a crapshoot. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Joanne says make a game of it.
Yeah.
By the way, Joanne is back.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's make the grandkids do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, can you imagine if like if your great grandkids, like Amanda's kids, came over and you said, "Hey, there's a Rubik's Cube in the toilet. Whoever gets it out gets $1."
Oh, I wouldn't get my hand in there to touch it.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is put your hand in a toilet when it's clogged.
Yeah, you can't do that, really.
You got to turn up all four colors while their hands in the toilet.
Yeah, to actually solve the Rubik's Cube.
Oh, my gosh. This becomes a weekly chore.
My God. Ryan says, Meathead, I'm thinking about a real estate investment vacation property.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah. Ryan is thinking about
real estate.
Yeah, he's thinking about buying like a
piece of land.
yeah. Like maybe like in Hawaii, you buy a place, it's a vacation, and then people rent it out.
Yeah.
He's thinking about doing that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You think it's a good idea?
Initial investment is quite a bit.
Yeah, it sure is. But I hear people who have that type of cash to do that. If they have the right infrastructure, like someone to help manage the property, perhaps you can make a pretty excellent amount of money, and the value keeps going up.
It's hard.
I agree. But it takes quite a bit of money to start with.
Yeah, but the renters are paying for his house.
And then the what?
The renters are paying for his house.
Yeah.
The renter, this is true. But then again, there's issues to go with that. There's a maintenance situation.
Well, they hired a manager and a house cleaner.
Yeah.
Of course, then again, you're giving up part of the profit.
So what?
Well, yeah. Let's say at the end of the year, you've got $30,000 coming in. $10,000 pays the people who clean it and take care of it. You're still $20,000 net.
Sure. I think that's a great idea. If I had the money, I would do that.
Yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong with that type of investment. It's actually, I think, a lot more safe than a lot of other investments. It's just a little bit of work sometimes.
Well, the only one issue that bothers me with that is when you let your property be occupied by outsiders, they don't take care of it like you would.
Yeah, she get a down payment.
But you got to get a deposit.
Right.
Deposit in case you get it in writing. If you leave it with damages, that deposit is going to go towards the maintenance of that property.
Well, it sounds like Joanne's got it down. She should buy.
Yeah, she's got it down.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's a businesswoman, I'll tell you that. She gives me the business.
Oh yeah, that's and you take it. That's what you should do.
Well, what else should I do, man? She can go cock me anytime.
Hey, can you imagine if she bought Mr. Stong's place and said, "Thanks, I'm going to buy it and run it."
There you go. We could have lived up there.
Hey,
There
Dan,
you go.
I was telling the audience that we found that kitty cat.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Was that the one that Chloe loved so much?
That's what Mike thought. And that cat, I think it had,
that cat is gone.
yeah, it had been dead for 10 years, I think.
Dead or grew up, I don't know.
No, it's definitely dead. That's what I was telling you about a couple days ago. But
okay.
it's definitely not okay.
It was such a pleasure to have that
Oh, it
thing.
was.
It sat in our laps. And
Not anymore.
It just out of nowhere, it just appeared.
And we ended up having a funeral for the damn thing. It was bad news. Bad news, to be sure.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah. You know how it is, man. There's nothing
I'm
worse.
an animal lover. I cannot see that.
I know it. It's horrible. By the way, I posted a picture recently of you guys on my Facebook, and Joanne's wearing a very sweet shirt that says "Faux Shizzle."
For shizzle, yeah.
That's my wine.
That's her wine.
Everybody.
The wine? Oh,
yeah.
That's her wine.
Everybody loves that.
She was under the influence.
I was not.
Everybody loves Joanne wearing the "Faux Shizzle" shirt.
I'll tell you what. I'll say this openly. Joanne was God's gift to me.
She is God's gift to you.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Oh yeah, and it seems like you guys keep falling further in love. How do you do that?
Hey, you can't get real love. You can't get it out of your system. It's like some kind of a payment on property that is never going to go down a tube chute.
Okay, I'm writing this.
Oh, Lord. So romantic.
I wrote down, you can't get love out of your system. It's like an investment that goes down the poop chute.
That isn't going down the poop chute.
That isn't going down the poop chute.
Oh, man, she likes that.
I do.
I love it. That is you are a true Romeo. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you're like in an intimate moment saying, "Honey, I love you so much. You are an investment that is not going down the poop chute."
Poop chute. Oh boy.
All right, you guys, I love you.
Foot in my own mouth,
No, you did great.
okay.
That's
That
a.
was pretty, honey. It's cute.
It is cute. Everything about you is cute.
No, thank you.
Don't you? Hey, don't you ever feel bad about something you say. You are an absolute sweetheart. Everybody loves you.
Thank you.
Okay, love you guys. You have a great rest of your day, and I hope everything that the power lights stay on and no major issues with this bad weather.
Yeah, thanks, honey. Say a prayer for us, will you, please?
Okay, guys.
Did it pass you yet, Eric?
The first round did. It was just a lot of noise.
You want to do more coming?
Maybe. It you know how it is. It could develop once it gets over that dumb lake.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I hope everything is all right.
All right, love you.
Love you too, honey.
Okay.
Goodbye,
All
Alice.
right, see ya.
God bless you.
There you go. Oh, my God. Nikki says they're such a treasure. LOL, love them. My dad. Tyler says, what a wordsmith. LOL. Yes. Talking about that doesn't go down the poop chute. I have a pile of Rubenisms written down, and I wrote this one on a consumer's energy bill. I have to set that aside along with the other ones. I've got so many things written down, and my stepsister Elizabeth says to me, she goes, "Do you write these down?" I go, "Yeah, I've got a stack of loose pieces of paper. That one day there will come a time when I'm going to be needed to provide some levity." And anyone who's ever known my dad knows that he talks like this. He says these amazing things. Like if I just grab any one of these here. Let's see. This is on the back of my cease and desist from St. Gaslight. Don't concern yourself with club feet. The word friend is a serious situation. This car I got is the cat's meow. Don't screw around with screwy things. His advice for someone who's overweight, quit eating. Talking about how much he loves Joanne. He says, Joanne is the life of your life. When talking about exercise, walking is a big ticket item. Jesse says, I thought you were going to say one day I will consolidate all of these sayings into one place, like a book. Just call it Meathead-isms. Oh, my God. Wonderful. Where are we now? Thank you so much for being part of the show, and thank you for contributing to Dear Meathead. If you want an Eric Zane Show podcast shirt, including a Dear Meathead t-shirt, they are available on my website. Just go to ericzaneshow.com and click merch. Check back often. I don't as much as I should. There's sales all the time where the price drops to like $16. Now, I think they charge you about $6 for shipping on those things. I think if you run up a certain amount of, like if you buy several, I think they waive the shipping charge. I think someone recently did that. Root around. It'll tell you. Thank you. Thank you to Joe Martinez, A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Here we go. It's time to start thinking about getting that AC unit tuned up. Reach out to A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Please, 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 please. Do not make the mistake of just flipping that thing on and start cooling the house. First off, it's got all sorts of gunk on the inside of that thing. On the thing on the outside of the house that makes all the noise with the fan? You got to take that cover off, spray this type of shit on it, and then you got to hose it off. And that's part of an entire cleaning process and tuning process. Then they got to go inside. They got to overhaul the thing, look at it, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to. Various tests to make sure it's running at peak efficiency. You don't do this stuff, okay, it's going to operate at a lot less of an efficient percentage, I guess. It's going to run less efficiently. I sound like my dad. And then, that's going to cause it to work harder. You're going to spend more for the electricity. And then because it's working harder, it's going to be more susceptible to breaking down. It's going to wear it out. You're going to shorten the life of it every year. You should see Joe Martinez in the spring and in the fall. Service your furnace, service your AC. 616-516-8579. Great local business. As is Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. I like to streamline this by saying, if you want to install an in-ground pool in your backyard, all you need to do is call 616-457-0500. Are you listening to me? Sometimes I need to say it slower so that it goes in and stays there. Jennison Pool and Spa Depot, 616-457-0500. When you visit them on Chicago Drive in Jennison between 12th and 8th on the south side of Chicago Drive, the eastbound side, if you will, blue awning, you're going to notice a sea of awesome hot tubs. They have a ton of merchandise on site. Or if you have one you like, they'll get it for you. Bring it to your house and set it up. They're also full service. They will fix any hot tub. They will fix any pool if there's a problem. They have all the chemicals and supplies you need there too. 616-457-0500. Visit Jeremy out the door at Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. Thank you also to Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home Discount Outlet. I mentioned Chicago Drive. They are also on Chicago Drive. Down the road a few miles to the east, just outside of that poverty downtown area. Right behind Little Caesars, ugly beige building, giant, small red sign. That is the discount outlet. Inside of there, the lowest price for flooring anywhere in Michigan. This is worth the trip to travel great distances to get this unbelievably low price for all types of flooring. Show up with the amount of flooring you need, like to cover how big the room is, the measurement. Tell them. They'll do the rest. And then tell them what you're looking for. I'm looking for a Berber carpet. I'm looking for vinyl plank. I'm looking for ceramic. I'm looking for hardwood. Whatever. They have it all there. The best brands, the top-selling styles. And they buy it all in great bulk and sell it to you at a discount. It's already the lowest price in the entire state of Michigan. Mention my name, take an additional 10% off. It's called Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Not the main showroom. The discount outlet. Just down the road. Stand by. I need something to drink. All right. Shoo! Covered a lot of ground. Gainesville, Georgia. Emergency crews responded after they were alerted of an incident. Monday morning of this week, a call came in. 2 men were seen in distress along the road. When crews got there, these 2 individuals were dead. Apparently, the initial investigation revealed that the 2 men, this is one of those karma stories, went over to the power substation. One of these places. Look at how ominous that looks. Talk about a place that there's a fence around it for a reason. You should have a sign there that says, if you try to steal our shit, you're going to die. Well, these fucking morons tried to steal their shit, and now they're dead. Gainesville Fire and Georgia Power crews showed up there. One of the transformers caught fire after these jackasses tried to do what they wanted to do. I don't know what could be so worth it at a substation, a power substation, that would cause you to go in and just try to like screw it up and take whatever it is that's of value. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea what's so valuable that you should risk your life. You know, even if, there was like diamonds right there or gold bars that they were using to actually cause the power to work. There's no fucking way I would ever even attempt to do this. The 2 guys had broken into the fenced area and tried to steal. They were electrocuted and killed. Their bodies have not yet been identified. Anyone with information regarding this case is asked to contact the Gainesville, Georgia Police Department. This is the type of story that I kind of wish that they more quickly come up with what they're trying to do. Another idiot. This time, this guy in Ohio. He wanted his son dead, which is just so unbelievable. He ended up getting 18 months in prison because he thought he was calling a hitman. And so, but instead, he was calling the local dumpster company. You know, like Kyle from Let's Kill with Kyle. Dumpster divers. The idiot dad wants his son dead. He calls the wrong number. It's dumpster company. Hey, you've reached Donnie's Dumpsters. Please leave a message. We'll get back with you about dumpster rental. If you need more information, go to Donnie'sDumpsterRental.com. Dick fuck dad is like, yeah, hey, I'm just calling to see if you're going to kill my son. I got the money here. Call me back when you're ready to murder my son. Thanks for taking the job as hitman to kill my son. And the guy who runs the dumpster company is like, what the fuck? Are you serious? So he's like, it's stupid. Well, the stupid dad calls back. He goes, yeah, man, you told me you were going to kill my son. I got the money here for you. Call me back. I need you to kill my son. He called 3 times and left messages with the dumpster company saying the same damn thing. Finally, the guy who runs the dumpster company tips off the cops and says, this fucking asshole, here's his number. I think he wants his son dead. And they were right. And now this guy, so they busted the guy and now he's going to prison. Desmond Ramsey pleaded guilty earlier this month in Cuyahoga, Cuyahoga County Common Police Court to aggravated assault. Desmond Ramsey expressed regret during sentencing for leaving the voice messages that got him in trouble. That's my baby boy, he said, adding, I would die before I'd let anything happen to my children. If I'm the judge, I'm like, time out. Time the fuck out. Play the evidence again and play the voicemail of this stupid shit leaving messages about killing his son. Look at this fat fuck. Look at him. He's all bummed out. He's just sad because he got caught. The judge should have given him more time for saying I would die before I'd let anything happen to my children. Boy, you know, he's 58. I wonder how old the kid is. Can't be that old, right? I don't know. Well, I guess he could be pretty old. I mean, I'm 52 and I've got God, he's going to be 28. Is that right? Oh, my God. I can't believe my kids are knocking on the door with 30. Jim's wife is going to be 30 in November. You believe that shit? It seemed like just yesterday they were like in third grade having babies. The story says, here's what you need to know about the odd crime. And by the way, this is Dad. He looks like Grady from Sanford and Son. Ramsey had been drinking heavily after getting in a fight with his son in October of 22. Tried to call a friend who was in a motorcycle gang, to order a hit. The dumb fuck called the wrong number. He called Budget Dumpster Company in Westlake, Ohio. He called 3 times, left 3 voicemails. Ramsey used the name Jesse to refer to what he thought was his friend. In the first voicemail, he called himself Tommy. It's a $5,000 hit on him, Ramsey said, referring to his son by name. His son was not identified. I don't give a fuck where he's at or what he's doing, who he be with. Kill that bitch. Ramsey added in the first voicemail. He called a second time but left a blank. I didn't, seriously, you can't go around ordering hits on your kids. I mean, the time Jim made me buy all the solar system parts for his solar system astronomy project, I didn't want to kill him. I didn't even think it. I was more hurt than anything. Your kids ever say anything that make you feel bad? Like my kids sometimes, especially Jim's done this, where he'll describe the time when, like on your sink, you've got that little thing next to the faucet that you can pull out and it's got a hose and you can hold your hand on it there's a trigger on the back and you can squirt off the dishes. Jim, when he was like 12, put rubber bands around that so it's engaged and you turn on the water and it fucking blasts Dad. Well, he did that and it went all over me. And I go, you little fucker. And I went to chase him to whip his ass. And he took off like a bat out of fucking hell. And, what should have been me just laughing it off, which I would today, back then, I was in no fucking mood to laugh. And so that still comes up about how pissed off I got. So he brings that up and, they all kind of get a laugh at it, but I feel like a cocksucker, so I hate that. But then I'll bring up, so when they bring that up, I almost want to leave the room. But then I'll bring up when Jim made me do the solar system project. And, occasionally that will rear its head. And he gets kind of like fucking, he feels uncomfortable. I was like, yeah, you like that, fucker? If you're going to bring up my moments, I'm going to bring up your moments too. Jesus. Unbelievable. But my point is, I didn't want to kill him. I think I might have thought it for about half a second. Ramsey, though, added in the first voicemail. Of course, he left that. Then he called a second time. It left a blank voicemail. And then Grady left a third voice message. Call back ASAP. He added, it's business. This ain't bullshit. And, dumpster dudes called the cops, and that's it. He must have had a shitty lawyer, because I'm thinking if you just say, yeah, it was fucked up, you get out of it. But that guy ends up getting 18 months. Jesse says, yeah, tell the whole solar system story. All right, I'll tell that story. This was at a stage when I was still on the radio. Jim was at home. Aubrey and the kids lived at home too. So they're all together, but they're living here. It's a little nutty of a scenario. And we're all trying to live together. Wasn't the most fun. But there we were. And Jim was, he had started classes, or so I thought, at the local community college. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but he enrolled, picked the classes, the bill came, and right after I paid it, like he ordered them, and then you like pay online. So he picks out his classes, pay the damn thing, and then that's it. Now, I don't know this at the time. I would later find this out, but he immediately withdrew from the classes. For some reason, he was terrified to tell me he didn't want to go to college, which would have been much easier if he said, hey, school's not for me. I don't want to go to college. Okay? But instead, he signs up for the classes. I pay for the classes, and then he withdraws. Fast forward on that story. I ended up finding this out when the school sent back a full refund for the classes, and they sent the mail to him. Like he paid for them. But I intercepted the mail. I go, what the fuck? This looks, how when you got a check come in the mail, you can just sense it. I go, what the fuck? I pick it up and I open it up and I was like, this is a full that motherfucker hasn't been to class. And this is like near the end of the first semester. What he was doing was every day he would get a fucking book bag, sling it over his shoulder, and leave. And go sit in a fucking parking lot. I'm like, you asshole. What the fuck are you doing? And, Jim and Aubrey were both aware of this. Obviously, Jim was aware. Aubrey knew too, and she wasn't saying shit. So this was the game we were playing. And so then after a couple months of that, Jim, this is leading up to the solar system story. Jim gets sick of having to leave the house for hours a day. And he says, hey, I worked it out with my professors that I can do it all from home. I go, really? He goes, yeah. I go, really? And so I'm believing it, but he could sense that I sounded a little suspicious, but I wasn't. He produces an email exchange from him and the professor. He's already prepared for this. It's a conversation between him and a fake account. He sends it to me. And I go, cool. Yeah, I've got that arrangement with all my professors. Okay, good. And that was that. Short time after I get that check, I go, hey, what the? Oh, no. That was when I committed to never asking another question ever again. Prior to that, though, he was doing everything he could to keep me off of the scent. So you've got him leaving the house for hours, sitting in the fucking McDonald's parking lot for half a day. Who knows what the fuck? My God, what a pain. Just tell me you don't want to go, you fucking idiot. You could have get worked. You could have got a job. Anyway. One day, he reaches out, says, hey, Dad, astronomy is going awesome. I'm killing it. I'm like class leader. And I'm doing a mock-up of our solar system, and it needs to be perfect. I go, yeah. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. Yeah. So I have to present this to the class. Now, in hindsight, This sounds like something you do in kindergarten. He goes, I need you to go to Hobby Lobby and get all of the things to represent all of our planets, our sun, the Kuiper Belt, the Oort cloud. It's going to be awesome. Like, fuck yes, man. What do I need to do? He goes, you go there and then FaceTime me. Like, fuck yes, man. My kid's brilliant. Fucking Stephen Hawking. Holy shit. Fucking A, man. Going to Hobby Lobby. It just got out of the radio station. Yeah, man, this kid, man, he's got his act together. FaceTime. What's up? Hey, Dad. All right, how about this? You got this one. This can be Pluto. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, this is Jupiter right here, man. Big as shit. We can do the rings around it. And then he goes, okay, I need some string and shit. This is fucking great. Yeah. Oort cloud. Kuiper Belt. Ah, my God. Enceladus, the moon. I spent like $400 on foam shit. And a whole cart. I'm like trying to turn the corners. It's fucking full. Go bumping into the cash register line. Lady sees me and she's like, sees me. I go, solar system. This is the soul. This is the sun. Ringing all this shit up. No problem. Spend it all. I don't care. Come home. Did you get it? You goddamn right I got it. He goes, thank God. I go, you need help? He goes, no. This is me and me alone. A couple of days I go down there and I see it's coming together. Now, since I'm in a different frame of mind, thinking he's a brilliant astrophysicist who's going to invent the Artemis rocket, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is what makes dads cry. This brilliance. And it's shit. It's just laying on the fucking bar downstairs. And it looks like, under the lens of today, like he just kind of, stabbed a couple of the styrofoam balls with a couple of hooks and just stupid. I'm like, oh, God, this is the first step of greatness. And then shortly thereafter, that's when it kind of developed that I figured out that he was not going to class. And I think I still have that fucking thing somewhere. I could probably auction that off. I could do a whole exhibit at the Ford Museum about how kids are lying fucks. And you know what? Maureen writes something that I can really relate to because she says, so disappointing to find out they're lying to you. My middle one still lies to me all the time about everything. What is the age of that person? Because because of all of this, I didn't even get mad. This was the thing that, it says 25. Okay, you've got another 10 years of this. It became where you just let it go. Let it go. What's that song? The Elsa Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. You just let it go. Say, hey, you know what? I support, and then you flush it. You flush it all down the drain and you just, love them up. Say, I want you to be happy, but I can't take care of you anymore. You got to take care of yourself. So, I mean, if you don't want to go to school, you don't want to go to school. I would rather you not lie to me, but I mean, I've said it many times, and I've got some people that agree with me. Cole says the same thing. Maureen says the same thing. If the kid's speaking to you, they're lying. And that's not just Jim. It's your job as a child to lie to your parents. Always. So you don't ask questions. Like even as simple as, oh my God, that football game, wasn't it great? That's a question. Don't ask questions. No matter what, figure out a different way to speak. you can just say, I love the Lions. And then you might get like a furthering statement. That won't be a lie. But if you say, these fries are great, huh? With a question mark at the end of it, you're going to get a lie. Don't ask questions. All right. That's just my advice to anybody who has children and they're like, God, I can't get every time I ask him a question, he lies or she lies. That's because that's their job. They're programmed that way. Like if my dad called me and asked me a question right now, I'm going to lie to him. I will lie to him every time. Jesse says, my wife got busted telling her parents we were going to the movies, but really going to a drinking party. They asked what movie, and she lied. They were like, didn't you go see that last weekend? Ah, ha, ha, ha. See, we're not immune to it. Amy says the same thing. Why does your son still lie? Is he afraid to get in trouble? And then Amy says, I lie. Well, there you go. That's your job. You lie to your mom and dad. You doing okay? Yeah. I'm a millionaire. You fucking file for bankruptcy. Oh, my God. That's what you do. That's what we do. It's a vicious cycle of just lying over and over to our parents. All right. Where am I on this show? So anyway, the guy's like, gonna have his kid put down. He ends up going to jail. That led to a classic retelling of the solar system story. Believe it or not, I cannot believe how time has flown by. I need to put a bow on today's show, but I want to keep going. I really do. But on the Patreon, I need to tell you about what happened to the lady who fell from the top deck of the cruise ship. It's not good. I have another case of a teacher having sex with the student. Now, you know this could go one of two ways. Hot chick and young dude, and that leads to no punishment. Or, in this case, I'm guessing they will throw the book at this lady that you can see if you're watching the live stream. We'll get to that. All on the Patreon. Plus, speaking of ugly fucks, we need to talk about the protesters at the Trump debacle yesterday. This carnival that took place. Holy shit. All coming up on the Patreon. Advertise on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. 3 more days for me to talk about tag accounting. This is another sponsor where anyone in the U.S. can take advantage of this. And all you have to do is call. Don't think you got to get all your ducks in a row and then call. Just stop what you're doing right now. As soon as this podcast is over, you have not done your taxes yet. You have 13 days until the tax deadline. There is absolutely still hope for you. 100%. You're afforded the same amount of expertise. Doesn't matter that you're the tax year is about to officially get to the point where you have to mail them in. And God forbid, but you can actually file for an extension. Troy Ginzer, my tax hobbit, will take care of everything for you. 616-301-9516. 616-301-9516. Call from anywhere in the U.S. 616-301-9516. How? How does he do it? Quit asking so many questions. Just call the fucking number. If you are in West Michigan and your car breaks down, call Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. 616-532-6600. Yeah, I'm dropping the car off. A lot of times I've done it this way, where if I have a breakdown, like on my old truck, that's the one that's likely to break down. It's 20 years old. Usually it's Grand Rapids Towing. Is it Grand Rapids Towing? Or is it Lake Michigan? I forgot the name of the big one. What's the one again? I don't know. They show up, and I'm just like, take it to Irvine's. They'll take care of it. Early bird drop-off. Late bird pickup. You get a loaner car if you need it, so you don't have to have somebody cart your ass around. And they fix everything. The cleanest, most awesome, brand new lobby you will find. You walk in there with the world's best coffee machine, the prettiest smiles you will find, the kindest, sweetest people, not a grease monkey to be seen. And you're going to get the professionalism like you've never had before when it comes to getting your vehicle repaired. 616-532-6600. Mortgage, folks. Van Dyke Mortgage. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. From anywhere in the U.S. to get a mortgage with the exception of Alaska, Maine, Hawaii, and South Carolina. Thank you. Now, I've got a couple more sponsors, but I'm running out of time, so I'm going to get them in right now. First of all, I need to remind you that I'm making the fries at Bosco's Pub Friday and Saturday of this week. Doors open at 4 p.m. at Bosco's Pub. Go in there, get a burger, the greatest burger you will ever have on the planet at Bosco's Pub. The BJ Burger is one of the all-time greats. Bacon jam on one bun, and then you got the patty, and then, of course, bacon on it with cheese and sautéed onions. Fantastic. Go to Bosco's Pub. I'll see you there this weekend. Thank you, Kent County Health Department. If you need information about any vaccinations for the little one, reach out to them. Kent County Health Department at accesskent.com/health. And finally, batting last in the order, Sarah Honda Granville. The best cars in the planet. You know me. I love Hondas. I'm so glad we're past that bullshit time. You got to buy an American car. Fuckhead, it's built in America. Yeah, but man, the Japanese, shut the fuck up. All your American cars, all the parts are outsourced. Eat shit. All these Hondas are every part is made here in the U.S. nowadays. You might as well call it an American company. Go get a certified pre-owned Honda on the largest lot for certified pre-owned vehicles, or a brand new Honda. Test drive one today at Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, SarahHondaGranville.com on Kenmore Avenue, just north of 44th Street. The asshole of the day. Yesterday it was Kid Rock. By the way, that whole thing about him, I hate people who are transgender, so I'm going to shoot Bud Light. Why didn't he? I'm surprised he didn't just get some transgender people and shoot them dead, because that's what he's saying right there. I'm telling you, most discriminated people on the planet today are gays and then lesbians, bisexual, but the most are transgender people, are the most hated people on the planet. And it's people like Kid Rock. And there is no place in the world for that. My God, you fucking assholes. Let's see. Today's asshole of the day, all offspring. So that would, I guess, be me and you, too. All offspring are assholes of the day. It's a vicious cycle, what we basically put our parents through. That is your asshole of the day, brought to you by TC Paintball. As always, I thank you for the time and checking out this ridiculous show that I've been doing for over 4 1/4 years. You are the best. Thank you. And I'll talk to you down the road or on Patreon. Join me on Patreon and you can get more podcasting. Thank you. Until next time, folks, have a good one. Bye-bye.